I think the biggest thing that is really different when you're working with a startup is uh, how fast things change and how rapidly things are moving and how fast things change, and you have to react to a lot of these changes. As at Google, you can have a 1 year plan with no problems. You have to get a lot of buy-ins from stakeholders to buy into that 1 year plan with quarterly OKRs. But at a startup, you really don't know what's going to happen next quarter. You still need that long term vision, and that your product team, you can inspire your product team. But at the end of the day, you have to really think, what are we going to do by the end of this quarter? And you have to be very agile in the sense that things can change and drastically affect your business, right? A lot of startups that I work with at Shopify and CrowdRiff, you rely on a lot of things. For example, at CrowdRiff, we heavily relied on Instagram's API. And after the changes that happened on April 4th, Instagram essentially deprecated a set of API endpoints that they had. We essentially had to rethink about a lot of things and how a product was working essentially, and we had to make a lot of changes. And that's because we had a really high dependency on a third-party platform. Same with all the Shopify app developers. Some of them are very successful businesses, but at the end of the day, they're relying on Shopify's API to run their business. And whereas at a company like Google, you have enough stability that you can still, change things like a little bit every quarter. But at the end of the day, you can't have a 1 year plan. At a startup, you have to react to all these changes that are happening around you, whether in your competitive landscape or whether based on the kind of platforms you're relying on. So things change really fast, and you need a very agile way of doing things. I think that the biggest thing was relying a lot on customer feedback. One of the things that the beauties of working at a smaller company, a startup, is that you have to be, and you are very close to your customers. You don't have a middleman that you go to get feedback from your customers, and you don't have to rely on surveys. You can rely on one-on-one conversations with customers. With our OKRs, we didn't really set it. We did rely a lot on customer interviews and doing iterations based on those interviews and feedback that we're getting from our customers. At a company such as at a bigger companies, big organizations, because of sometimes there's a lot of bureaucracy around going through different channels to be able to get to do what you want. It takes time to get the feedback that you're looking for. At a startup, I can literally, we have more than 400 customers, but because our communication channels are very streamlined for a product team, we can easily reach out to any of our customers right away the day after we've launched something and get their feedback about that feature. And then they use the feature, they can give us real-time feedback. And that's something that allows us to put that input as a data point into our model and rethink and re-optimize that feature and iterate on it. And that's something that, again, is a beauty of working at a company that you have direct access to your customers. But for very good reasons, it's definitely harder at a public company or at a bigger organization.